Antoine-Marie-Joseph Artaud was a French theorist, poet, actor, director, artist, and playwright. He was seen as a major influence on avant-garde 20th-century theater, a movement consisting of innovative individuals who were considered to be ahead of their time. His works were not only influenced by symbolism and surrealism, but also by his personal life, being one of 3 children out of 9 to survive into adulthood. The death of his sibling causing him deep grief. Artaud had a tragic childhood, which was shown in his writing, mixing autobiographical elements with metaphysical ones. At the age of 4, he had a near-death experience due to meningitis, followed by a coma, both leaving him in a weakened state. The death of his grandmother affected him greatly, as the calm he felt with her contrasted the tense atmosphere at home with his overprotective mother and anxious father. Throughout his life, he frequently suffered from migraines and facial cramps as well as nervous debility. Following his military training, where he was discharged due to medical reasons, he was institutionalized in several medical facilities, primarily because of undiagnosed schizophrenia. He became addicted to laudanum and other opiates, deteriorating his health but expanding his creativity. Charles Dolan, an actor and producer, was an important influence to Artaud as his techniques emphasized on mime, gymnastics, improvisation, voice, and dance. In 1931, Artaud assisted to a Balinese dance in the Paris Colonial Exposition, marking the beginning of his reinvention of theater. The Balinese dance brought Artaud to visualize theater in a different manner. The staging is the most prominent aspect, relying on physical language through exaggerated actions and gestures rather than verbal declamation. The state of mind of the actor has to be expressed through his body language. He referred to spoken words as written poetry and movements as visual poetry, abiding by well-established rules, targeting a large audience and making them reflect. The need of total theater, where music, voice, movement, and performance are unified. Between 1931 and 1939, Artaud worked on a theory he named the theater of cruelty, writing numerous essays and collecting them as a theater and its double. He believed that no theater is possible without an element of cruelty as its basis. Cruelty did not mean violence and bloodshed, but facing reality. The audience was placed in the center, where they would be in a weaker position with the actors surrounding them and looking down. He wanted to interact with his audience's emotions, creating catharsis. Artaud included elements of myths and rituals and wanted to create an extraordinary form of reality that was not conformed to society, cultures, or ideas of morality. Before Artaud, theater revolved largely around naturalism and realism, whose main focuses were simplicity and reality. His aim was not to entertain the audience, but to educate them, often on topics relating to politics. He wanted the audience to be aware of reality while bringing an aspect of magic through poetry. His theatrical works were of great quality, choosing pieces that are still performed today. He produced and directed them at the Alfred Jarry Theatre, along with Roger Vitrac. Artaud wrote the scenario for the first surrealistic film, The Seashell and the Clergyman, inspiring 2 famous surrealists, Salvador Dali and Louis Buñuel, to film the silent film Un Chien Andalou. His work did not only inspire directors like Peter Brook and Julian Beck, but also musicians such as Jim Morrison. He inspired people to explore the psychological and subconscious aspects of themes, as well as looking deeper into the meaning of gestures, saying, "The theater is the only place in the world where a gesture, once made, can never be made in the same way twice." Susan Sontag, an American actor, stated that Artaud's impact was so profound that the course of all recent theater in Western Europe and the Americas can be said to divide into 2 periods, before Artaud and after Artaud.
Created using Powtoon.